What's up, guys? Crypto Savvy here. I hope everybody's having a fabulous Saturday, and I want to wish everyone a great weekend. Could we hit 13,300 by the end of November for Bitcoin or even higher? I do believe so, and we're going to talk about that. We're going to take a look at some longer term and then get into some short term. We're also going to be taking a look at Litecoin, and starting next week, we'll be adding Ethereum in. So I want to remind you guys, there's a free Discord group in the description below the video. Definitely check it out. It's totally free. Awesome community. Great people in there. Definitely check it out if you haven't already. And also there's some affiliate links down there that really help the channel out. If you guys use them, you get some bonuses for using my affiliate links. And we are giving a free t-shirt away tomorrow, so make sure you tune in. We're going to pick a random comment from a video throughout one of the videos this week. We're going to use a random comment picker, so definitely don't forget to leave your comment in the comment section down below. And let's get into the video. All right, guys, as always, I want to start out by saying I'm not a financial advisor. This is not financial advice. This is my opinion and my view of the market only. Anybody that's doing any trading or investing in this market, I suggest you do your own due diligence and your own research, as this market is extremely volatile and risky. Also, keep in mind, it's still a speculative market. Don't put in more than you're willing to lose. With that being said, if you are new here, hit the subscribe button in the lower right-hand side of the screen. I do daily updates every single day. And make sure you tick the notification bell and hit the all on your notification bell to make sure you get notified when I post new videos or when I do live streams. Also, guys, take a second out, smash the likes, leave your comments to win that free t-shirt. Let me know what you think of the video, and let's get on with it. This is the one channel where I leave the FUD out, the FUD news and the whatnot, and we just strictly look at the charts and go by that. So if you're new here, stick around. You might learn something. All right. So what I wanted to look at is the RSI on the monthly. We had been looking at this since back in, I think we started looking at this in January. I've had these arcs drawn in here, and if you look here, this is the bull run from 2013, followed by the bear market. 4 arrows representing new lows in the RSI before the bull market began. Same here, 2017 bull market, followed by the bear market. 4 arrows representing new lows in the RSI, and I do believe we are in the bull market, and I believe it's going to continue as a parabolic bull market very, very, very soon. Could we go sideways and come over to this line? Possible. As you can see here, when we made this first high over here, we kind of went sideways all the way, then got another boost up and then over. So we'll keep a close eye on that. Let's look at the weekly, and I'm going to show you what I'm looking at as in the cycle. They say, I know a lot of people saying Bitcoin's on a 4-year cycle, which is possible, and we're going to look at this. This would be 2013, and look at these trend lines. I drew them all the same in here. This being the 2013 bull run, followed by the bear market. We had 2 touches of resistance on this trend line before starting the next bull market. This is the 2017 bull market with the same trend line. 2 touches of resistance before breaking through, starting this bull market. And this would be 2021, which would be 4 years, where I believe the next cycle, or this cycle, will end and a new bear market will most likely begin. But we'll be keeping an eye on it, keeping track of it. So another thing I want to look at, here's a look at this cycle. And I do believe this is where we're at in number 2. And I do believe we could see new all-time highs by the end of the year, hitting 3 here. And if you look, I have both these circled in here. I circled them in the RSI also. If you look at this trend line, it bounced off of the same trend line in the weekly RSI. Now, let's get into some targets here. We're going to start out with the longer term and move our way down into the smaller time frames. And then we'll move on to Litecoin. I do want to remind you guys, definitely leave a comment for your chance to win a free t-shirt. It's my wife's webpage, inkyourimage.com. There's a link to that below in the description. She has lots of crypto gear in there. You can have her put anything you want on there. Just notify her in the contact. And if you're looking for Christmas gifts or whatever, she could put pictures on it. Any crypto you want, any saying you want, or anything. Signs, coffee mugs, beer koozies, hats, t-shirts, and hoodies. She don't have the hoodies on the page, though, but we do have them. Anyways, that's another way to help support the channel, and let's get on with it. All right, so we've been watching this as a bull flag all the way since way back here when we had our second touch at the bottom, which was in July, middle of July. I've been calling this a bull flag ever since and said I didn't care what happened in between these two, this channel here, which is I believe to be the bull flag. Now, if we take a measured move, we're going to take a couple of them here. The first one being measuring this as a falling channel, and this is why I believe we could hit 13,300 by the end of November, possibly sooner and possibly more. But anyway, that measured move gets us up to about 13.3 from where we broke out of the bull flag here. And if we take a measured move, measuring this as the flagpole, from the breakout right here, that one would get us to 17,700 area. So each one of these I think we'll be getting resistance at. And then measuring this whole move from the breakout down here in April, measuring that as a flagpole, bring it up to the top. That gets us to $19,200 range. I believe, like I've been saying for a long time, that we could see new all-time highs this year and break all this. If you look back here, in 2017, we had pretty much the same type thing, smaller version of the bull flag here, and then the parabolic rise up. I do believe this is going to be just a giant version of what happened here. This is my opinion, guys. Do your own due diligence and your own research, but that is where I'm at with it. Let's go into the daily. And looking at the daily, excuse me, you can see we broke out of the bear flag and we have been getting support. We've been wicking through the top, but we've been getting support. I also have this 9,300 range, which is old support, become new resistance. We have broken through, and I'm looking to hold this as support. If we can hold this as support, guys, at the 9,300, we'll be having some really nice moves up, possibly this weekend, definitely next week. But we do need to hold that 9,300 support. It's not the end of the world if it breaks. Obviously, I have this blue line in here. We could come back down to the 9,100 or even possibly 8,900, 8,800 worst case, I think. But if we look at the EMAs here, if you guys watch my channel, you know I love my EMAs and my RSIs. But we have had the 8 cross the 55 over here. We are about to have the 13 cross the 55 now, and then the 21's down here. So I think as these cross, that's going to be extremely bullish. I know people were looking for a death cross here, and obviously we turned that around and turned the whole market around in people's sentiment. Even though there's still people looking to close the gap, I don't care about the gaps. If it fills, great, go down, wick it, and then come back up. I don't believe it'll be a big deal if we do close it, but we don't have to. All right, daily RSI. Still looking good. We had this falling channel, which we popped out of. We were watching this. We knew this was going to happen if you follow this channel. And if we look right now, this seems to be, let me thin that out. This seems to be broken out of a falling channel here. There's other ways we could look at it. We could put it up here and call it a falling broadening wedge, but either way, I think we got some more upward movement here. We will take a look in the 4-hour and see what's going on with that, and then we'll go into the more immediate price action. So we were watching this falling wedge, which we broke out of, came back down, tested it for support, got support, and now we're on our way up. Now, if you look, let me get, these lines weren't supposed to go over to this, but that's all right, we'll use them. Bring this over, and if you look here, we had a rising broadening wedge, which usually, actually this is just a broadening wedge. It's almost symmetrical, but we have broken through the top. And if you took a measured move on the RSI, that gets us back up to the top of this channel. We'll probably most likely get some resistance there, maybe come back down, test this, and then continue up. But once we break the top of this, guys, I think that's going to be a huge move. Let's look at the price action now in the 4-hour. All right, so let's take a look at where we could head if this 93 doesn't hold here. and we go back down. We'll put the fibs on it. Go from the swing low to the swing high on our big $3,000 move there. And if you look at where we're at, I do have a measured move at 97.28 for our upward move, and if 93 holds, I believe that's where we're headed at least. But I do want to put one more target in here. If the 93 doesn't hold and we go back down, we could come all the way down to the 8,900 range, which would be the 0.5 fib. One more retest of this, the top of the bull flag, before continuing up. But if we could hold this 93, like I said, I believe we're most likely headed to this 9,700 area. I'm going to pull this off there now. Also, you know, we have lower targets. If the 89, if we did even go down to the 89 and it didn't hold, we'd be looking at about the 85.50 level, which is the 0.618. If that wasn't to hold, then we could be looking back down to the $8,000 range. But I think that's less likely. We'll have to watch and see. That's why I do daily updates, guys. Also, we talk about this a lot in the Discord. What's going on? So, all right, now looking at this as a falling channel, but I am looking at it as a bull flag. And if we take it to where we broke out, that's where I get the $9,700 range as our target from here. I believe that's most likely where we're headed now, guys. We may get resistance there, come back down, test 93 for support again before continuing up. We will have to keep an eye on it, but that's where I'm at with that. The next measured move. Also, let me point out real quick, this 10.9 was huge resistance all the way over here, all the way across. It was support for a little while, then became resistance, broke through it again, and it became resistance again. That 10.9 is most likely going to give us some resistance, but once we break through, the measured move, measuring this as a flagpole, this as the flag, gets us to the 12,200. So keep an eye on them targets. If we break 97 and hold it for support, we're going up to 10.9 if we could break that. And guys, I highly doubt it's going to be one giant green candle, but we never know. You know what happened over here. So, but anyways, them are my targets for right now. Let's go into Litecoin. Looking at Litecoin on the daily, we've been watching this. Everybody's been so bearish on Litecoin, so I don't listen to the FUD, the news, the BS, none of that crap. It's all in the charts, guys. Falling wedge here. We have broken out of the falling wedge. The measured move of that, and keep in mind, it's not one big green candle that goes straight there, but the measured move off that is $114. So let's take another look. I'm going to zoom in a little bit before we go into the RSI. Look at this as a bull flag, and it looks like we're popping it now. The measured move off of this, guys, is measuring from the breakout down here. This is the flagpole, moving it up to the breakout. That gets us around the $73 range, which also happens to line up with the 200 EMA on the daily. So that is what I'm looking at for now. We'll go into the RSIs, and then we'll go into the more immediate price action. So if we look here, this is the daily. We were watching this as a rising channel, fell out of it in a falling channel. We are getting resistance from the top of this channel, guys. Remember, falling out of a falling channel or breaking out of a falling channel is very bullish. So if in the RSI, in the daily, we break this line and close above it, that is extremely bullish, guys. Now let's look at the 4 hour. So the 4 hour, we were looking at this falling broadening wedge, which we popped out of and came back down into. I believe we are on our way to pop back out of it. We were watching this as a falling wedge, which we broke out, came back down, tested it twice for support. I'm not sure. You can move these lines, I guess, but I really like where we had them with the 3 touches here. And like I said, we came out and tested the top of the wedge twice for, let me get this line moved over. There you go. For support, got support. If we break through this, guys, which I do believe is definitely possible, this is the 4 hour, so we need to break it, close outside of it, and I believe we will have a nice move up. And if you look at this, it looks like a bull flag in the RSI also. Let's look at the price action, look at our targets in here. And like, we've been watching this as a bull flag here, guys. And if you're trading, or if you want to trade, I'm going to be making a tutorial within the next day or two on using Bybit. But I do have a link down there. If you do sign up, make a deposit, you get a $60 free bonus. Also have one for Prime XBT down there. You get a bonus for signing up. But definitely check those out if you guys want to start following along in, like, you know, the Discord or anybody else and just starting to learn how to trade. Definitely use my links down below to get your bonus. And let's look at what's going on in the short term here. So we're watching this as a flag. We've broken out of it, guys. If this top holds as support, my measured move of the flag here gets us up to the 60. Actually, we had to break out here, so it would be down a little bit. Remember, on the daily, we have the $73 target up here, but just measuring the width of this and getting us up, that is the $63 range, guys. If we can hit the $63 range, most likely the $60, $61 area, this old support resistance line is going to become support again. So keep an eye on that. It's looking pretty damn bullish, guys. We also were looking at this as a triangle, which if that was the case, we had a bear trap right here, but we can always move this down. Always be willing to move your lines, guys, to what's going on. But we do look like we are breaking out here. And if we took the measured move of this as a bull flag, looking at this as a flagpole from the breakout here, putting it up to the top, that gets us our target of that 70. It comes out a little bit different on the 4 hour, but I'm still looking at around that. I guess we'll put it right here. 71.50 to $72 anywhere. What I'm looking at here is between 71 and 73 anyways, guys. If we break up there, that'll also be breaking this trend line I have here, which will probably come back down, test it for support, and continue on up. Again, guys, this probably isn't all going to happen in a day, but these are the targets I'm looking at now. Now, if we were to fall back down, do the same as we done in Bitcoin. We'll use the Fibonacci retracement. I don't know why it didn't just work, but we will try it again. Fibonacci retracement up to here, and looking at the fibs. If we were to come back down, the 55 is the 0.5 fib that should hold us. Let me move this over. If we were to break back down, I'd be looking for support at the 55. If that broke, next support at the 53.80 range, which is a 0.618. Worst case scenario, $50 range. But guys, I think we're most likely continue up from here. We may come up, come back down, test the top of the bull flag again before continuing up. But anyways, yeah. All in all, guys, pretty bullish here. Everything's looking pretty damn good. The EMAs on Litecoin are looking good. They're turning up now. Let's look at the EMAs on the daily, just see what's going on. Yeah. Look at the EMAs on the daily, guys. We are getting smashed in between these. So keep in mind, it's possible we stay right in this area for a few days. It's possible if we don't break straight up. That 55 EMA on the daily, which is around the 6112 area, that is what I'd be looking to break to really get a nice move up. So, and that would get us up to around our $73 range that we were talking about. All right, guys, so if you enjoyed the video, definitely make sure you don't forget to subscribe. And like I said, if you want to trade, definitely check out my links down below. Bybit, you get a $60 bonus. Prime XBT also gives you a bonus for signing up. They are leverage trade platforms, so be careful. I wouldn't be doing no crazy 50, 100 times leverage, but if you want to dabble in it, use a small amount, play with it, see if you like it. And yeah, appreciate you guys stopping by. Don't forget to click the Crypto Savvy logo above my head to get you subscribed to the channel. Smash the likes, leave your comments, which also gets you entered to win a free t-shirt. Don't forget to check out that page, anchorimage.com. There's a link to that below in the description. Thanks a lot, guys, and I will see you later. Peace.